off your targeting computer. What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm all right.
Yahoo!
Look out.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.
Hey everybody, first off, big shout out to Legion, a Bye Guy, and the Mad Puck for jumping in and helping me film that little skit at the beginning of this. And yeah, I'm loving these new parts. This here is the Interceptor, and today I'm going to show you how to build it. I've really enjoyed this build. Overall, this has been a really super fun build. The turning is a lot of fun, and I love the way the wings come to that point over there. You will need the first order Lego pass to build this. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the build. Alright everybody, let's get into this build. You're going to need a 4x4x12. It doesn't matter. This is a temporary piece. We're going to grab this 2x8x12. When I was working with these pieces the other day, building the prefabs, I was like, ooh, this might make a really cool cockpit. And yeah, that's how this kind of all came about. Put two of those there like that. Go back to this piece, put one there, put one there. And then we're going to grab this window piece, put one there, and one there. And that makes a nice little cockpit like that. Now we're going to grab an 8x8x1, put one there, and then a 8x2x1, and one there. Now we're going to grab this vehicle block here. And this one's going to be a little tricky. You're going to put it here, and you're going to bring it forward until it's green. And it has one stud that's set back. If the stud is not set back, your balloons will pop these front blocks. Now we're going to take that same vehicle block and we're going to put it in the side, but it actually needs to be up enough and in so that it is 2 blocks in on both sides. Now we're going to take a 4x2x2 and we're going to put one there and one there. Then we're going to grab our activated balloon. We're going to put one in the center, move over 2 to the left, and 2 to the right, and then place it down. Then we're going to grab another 8x8x1 and we're going to move it in so it's flush like that. Then we're going to grab a 2x2x1. We're going to set it on top of this floor, and then we're going to move it back so you have a little lip like that. Now we're going to grab regular balloons and we're going to put one there and one there, and then repeat it on the other side also. Then we're going to grab activated balloons and we're going to put one. Make sure you got a space between this and the wall. One there and one there like that. And then if you want to, you can grab a switch and go ahead and flip it and make sure nothing blows up, because if it's going to blow up, now's the time for that to happen, not after you have the whole thing built. Now we're going to take an 8x8x1 and snap it down there. And then we're going to snap in here and put another one down like that. Now we're going to grab vehicle base number 1 and we're going to put one there and one there. And then we're going to come inside here and we're going to put a balloon in the center, one to the right side and then one to the left side. Again, go ahead and flip the switch. Just make sure nothing explodes. Okay, we're going to take an 8x8x1 and we're just going to kind of work these down. So you're going to be putting these in like this and then bringing them forward 1. That's going to make your front area doorway. And you want to, about right there. So what is that? 4? You about 4 of those right there. Should work. Alright, so we're going to start on the wings. We're going to grab this vehicle block and we're going to put one there. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to put one on the outside of that. Flush up against the ship. And then we're going to do the same over here. And then we're going to put down 2 more. 1, 2, 1, 2. Then we're going to bring that in like that and put one on the edge, making a nice little box. Then we're going to come to the center here and we're going to put down 3 balloons here. And then we're going to come over here and put down 3 more balloons. Now we're going to repeat this on the other side. Now we're going to grab an 8x8x1 and we're going to put down 2 of those there. Grab an 8x2x1 and put 1 there. And then we're going to fill in the bottom side down here. And now we're going to repeat on the other side. Okay, now we're going to put some scaffolding up. Now this is probably the hardest part of the build, but it's really not that difficult. I messed around and I'll show you the easiest way to do this. But basically we're going to put a 12x2x1 here. We're going to grab a 16x2x1 and we're going to put it right here next to, on that edge of the 12. Now we need to put down 3 more for a total of 4 boards. And this is your scaffolding for this side. Now we're going to grab a plate, and now this is very important where you put this plate at, because depending on where this plate goes will cause this piece to go in correctly or not attach. So right there, just a little itty bitty hair underneath that board. If you do find yourself having problems with this next step here, it's probably because your pressure plate is not quite in the right area. It did take me a lot of attempts to actually finally figure out where this was supposed to go. As you can see, it is attached to there. And now we're going to go down, we're going to snap into this piece. And then we're going to lower it down and it should turn green. Perfect. And then we'll come over here, snap into there, and snap into there. And now we can just repeat this on the other side. Oh yeah, also make sure you're going towards the front when you do this. The direction does matter. Okay, now once you have those pieces on, you can knock out this framing. Just be careful that you don't hit the wing. Alright, now we're going to grab the first order wall pieces. And we're going to snap those in like this. And that's what this side should look like. Now we're going to repeat that over here. And that is this side done also. Now we're going to put the thrusters on, and this can be a little bit tricky, but if you find the right spot, it'll turn green, and then you can kind of work it over into the area that you want it. So I like to get it turned green, and then I'll work it in like that on these angles. So we'll put 2 thrusters there. Then we're going to come back to the back here, put 1 there, and 1 there, and then over here. Then over here we're going to put down 4 more thrusters, like this, and then we're going to repeat over here. Alright, so this part is going to be a little bit on the interesting side. So you want to grab a vehicle block, and you want to move it so it's flush with the wall like this. And then you want to move it out till it turns green. And it should be lined up right there. The reason why you're doing this is that you cannot put thrusters on the back here. Oops, wow, okay. Well, I guess I found the one spot. Okay, I guess you can put thrusters on, but sometimes it's very difficult. So, if you can't find a place where it turns green, snap onto that block and then pull it over. And then you can place them down like that. Bring it over like that. And now we got our thrusters on the back. Okay, we were off centered. There we go. Alright. Much better. There we go. Now we can knock that block out, and we can knock this block out. Okay, now we're going to grab our wrench, and now this is where you can kind of set this up, depending on if you're on controller or keyboard. For me, I'm going to be setting these channels to 1 over here. And then I'm going to set these cross channels to 1. And then these I'm going to set to 2. And then cross channels go to 2. And now over here, I like to take 2 of these thrusters and set them to whatever this thruster is set to. So since this is set to 2, we're going to set this one to 2 and turn 3 off. Make sure you always turn 3 off, and that one to 2. So these 2 are on 2 and these 2 are on 3. And then we're going to come over here. We're going to set this one to 1 and set this one to 1. So as this thing is spinning and you're trying to turn to the right or the left, a little extra power in your turn. And then all these are already set to 3. So you should be good to go. If you want, you can set a seat down up here and just test it out. Okay, perfect. Perfect. And good. Alrighty, so we're almost done with this build. Now we just have to do the fun part, and that's to put on these balloons on the front. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put our balloons on. We're going to make sure it's centered and it's in one little stud there. Then we're going to switch to our normal balloon and put it there. And then we need 5 more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're going to repeat up front. So we're going to come to the back side and we're going to put down 4 of these. And now we're going to repeat on the other side. Now we're going to grab our seat and we're going to push that all the way back until it turns red, and then move forward 1. And if you guys want this to go down a little bit faster, you can knock this balloon out and this balloon out, and then you can replace them with an activated balloon. Just make sure you got space there so you don't blow anything up. Alrighty, now we can knock this out. And then we can jump up here, put a large balloon there, and a large balloon there. Hey everybody, it's Kaboom from the future. Real quick, if you want storage, you can place some stuff up here on the wings like this. But I kind of like them underneath the wings. They look like rocket launchers. We're just going to bring it all the way up to the front, move it in until it turns red, and then place it. That's going to probably make it the easiest to access that from underneath. Now you got 2 nice little chests that you can access when you're out looting and pillaging local first order outposts or rebel outposts, depending on what team you pick. There we go. Haha, yes. Now you're ready to take on the Empire. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed for more videos like this. This Interceptor was such a fun build, and I'm looking forward to all the other really cool builds that we can make from these pieces. This is the first order Lego pass, and I highly recommend it. As always, may the bricks snap in your favor, and until next time, bye!